Do you ever wish that when your passenger walk up to your Tesla Model 3 or Model Y, and rather than fumbling through how to open the car, because people unfamiliar with the Tesla struggle quite a bit, both for this front and the back, there was a simple button inside the car that you can press to open the door so that you can let them in easily? Well, I'm gonna show you how to do that and so many more features with just press up a button, and it takes less than 5 minutes to install. Super easy installation. Let's get started. This is everything that the package contains. There's this stickers that we'll talk about here in just a second, but this is the unit itself. You just plug in the USB, and then this goes into the central console. And this is nice that it has that L shape because there is that curved area, which I'll show you here in just a second, but that is the main input. You got one USB-C output, and then you got this rubber grommet here where you can pass your chargers and everything from underneath so that it kind of comes out. This is that Bluetooth module unit where you plug this into the central console area, and this has a Bluetooth emitter that emits the signal. So these buttons are going to provide the signal, this is going to receive it, and then it is going to control the car to do various things like opening the glove box. So this plugs directly into the rear OBD plug of the car to control this. Now going back to this stickers here, as you see, there is a whole bunch of functionality stickers. This product does not support everything today, but they are working on an app where you can make this button customizable. Today they are preloaded. It only works for, I believe, 6 different functions here. So to get started with the Bluetooth module, first we have to reach behind this central console area. We have got a rear screen. You may or may not have the rear screen. And what we do is we remove this unit from here. You just use the pry tool that they provided and then just pry this out from all around, and then this panel just comes out. Now in our case, I want to keep the rear screen, so I'm just going to daisy chain this plug, and I don't think I will be able to put back this panel with the daisy chain situation, which is okay for me. This is kind of hidden from the top, so I can't really see it. But if you don't have the rear screen, this will fit perfectly here. You should be able to hide this plug right here and it should work. But if you have other stuff connected to it, I'm not sure, especially on a Model Y, we don't have a lot of room here because this is closed off. In a Model 3, there's a hole here where we can just insert this. It's up to you if you have it or not, but daisy chaining does work. This is super simple. You just press and hold on this middle tab here and then pull this out. And what you're going to do is take this male end of the new harness and then plug it in here. So just make this straight and then simply plug this in here. Then you're going to take this female end and then plug this in right here to make it a complete circuit. So that's what we're going to do. Just align this, doing this with my non-dominant hand. I'm holding the camera with one, and still this is done. So that is the full circuit over here. So we have this daisy chained here to the rear screen. Our rear screen is still working, and I think I saw a light here. This light lit up earlier when we first plugged it in. So this system should be active now. Okay, I was wrong. Even with the daisy chain, there is enough space that if you do a little bit of cable management, you're able to fit everything in here. So I can confirm that you can at least fit 2 plugs here. You can take a look at it. So we were able to fit everything here. It would fit even better if you just let this hang down in the bottom and then just cover this part, the plug part. That also works. All right, let's install these buttons, and this is super simple process. What you need to do is align this so that the buttons are towards the right if you are in the US, and I'm not sure if you're elsewhere, it's probably on the left side, but double check with that. But what you need to look for is this big gap, this larger gap is facing towards the center console here on the cup holder. So you want that gap to face. Otherwise, if you flip this is not going to fit here nicely. So you want to make sure that that larger gap over here is facing towards the cup holder side, so it has got enough space. And what we're going to do is, first, of course, I already plugged in the USB-C plug here, and you want to do the straight plug into those buttons, and then you want to make sure that when you put this in, the L-shaped button is facing again towards the cup holder side, so that we can just simply plug this in here when we're done. After that, the process is super simple. You just align this at an angle. So you want to do it this way. If you try to put it straight, of course, this is not going to fit because it's not going to be a snug fit if it goes in straight like that. So what you do is you align it, angle it, and then you let it sit here on the railing if you look at it. And then once you have that, you just push this back, and if you look at it, this fits in really nicely. Of course, I have got this carbon fiber cover here. That's why this color is slightly different. If you did not have a carbon fiber cover here, then it would match. This gray would actually match the Tesla's gray. And the final step is to grab this USB-C cable and then simply plug it into the USB-C ports right here. That's it. So now this is good to go. You can still use another USB-C and then pull that cable through this grommet as we discussed earlier. So let's start with this right mouse button here that unlatches the door. So if I double tap on this, it unlatches the front passenger door, and you can see that on the Tesla. It reflected on the Tesla. Then if I press and hold here, the rear door unlatches, and that is also reflected here on the Tesla. So now we will play with this button here, and if we double tap this button, the dome light turn on, and if we double tap this again, the dome light turn off. Now if we press and hold on this second button here, the glove box opens. Now if you press and hold on this button here, the side mirrors unfold and fold. So pressing and holding again unfolds it. Now our final feature is the battery preconditioning. So if we double press on this, the battery preconditioning starts. If you're going to a supercharger, any other charger, let's say level 2 charger, and you want the battery to be heating up while you get there, you can just double tap here and you will hear it. I have a camera set up outside and you should be able to hear it. There you go. So the noise started coming out from the front. That means the battery is warming up. So it's preconditioning your battery. That's how you can manually precondition the battery. This looks very OEM, and if I didn't have that carbon fiber cover, then this would be even better because then it would match the color with the Tesla's color. But this does not look out of place. It looks pretty nice. It is flushed in, and it does not interfere with the movement of this lid. One great thing about this is also that you get an extra light over here. If you look at it, there is that light right here, and how this operates is not on all the time, but only when you open that lid. So there's a little switch over here, and if you press on this switch, the light turns off, and if you let go, the light turns on. That is what this lid does, is when you close this lid, the light is off because this is pressing on that switch, but then when you open this, then the light is on again because you're not pressing on this switch. So that light is activated by pressing here. So that's really nice. It is automatic, and it gives you extra visibility inside here. Turn off and on. So it provides just that much more light at night. And at nighttime, these buttons are lit, so you can see it even in the dark. So if we turn this off, as you see, they light up. Now, my first dislike about this unit is that, well, the lid is closed. So if this is fully closed, no problem. This is pretty strong, and you can press on this button without feeling like this is gonna pop out. But if we open this, this is a little loose, as you can see. And again, you're probably not going to be messing with this. You're just going to be pressing over here. You're not trying to shake it. But I think that is a little bit of a design flaw. And I know a very, very easy solution would be to try to add more of this fabric that they have, the adhesive fabric that they have here, and make it a little bit more tight so that it snug fits in here. And maybe this was more meant for Model 3, and maybe I got a bad unit, but that is no excuse for TL Yard to not have done the QA/QC. So I hope in the future they test this out in all cars and make sure that this fits snug, or maybe they just need to increase the length just a little bit here. I have had other units similar to this, not the button, of course, just the charging unit, and they fit really well. They weren't moving, so this is moving a little bit. So that's one feedback I have for TLR. So I did wanted to bring up one discrepancy that I found with the rear door versus the front door. If you look at it on the rear side, it opens nicely, and you are able to just put your hand over here and open this and be able to close it. But that's not the same thing when we get to the front. It barely props open just a little bit compared to how much the rear one open. And this is sticks actually. Sometime I'm able to open it, but right now I can't open it. There's still that the latch is not fully unlatched to the point that I can fully open the door. I still have to use this control here. So just wanted to point that out. Maybe it's just my car, maybe it's just a unit that I got or misalignment with my door. But in case you're having the same issues, please let me know in the comment section below. I have bring this up to TL Yard, but just wanted to point that out. So in summary, I like the ease of installation. I like all the benefit that it provides, and I really hope that they figure out the app situation where they can add more features to this, because it'll be really nice to just have everything on a touch of a button. My favorite one are the latch and unlatch of the doors, and then also, of course, I really like this glove box feature. So now I don't have to go to the screen. I can just press here and manually open it. So things like that, that if you miss from your other cars and you want easier accessibility rather than having to touch on the screen here, you get it with this device. It's, again, simple device, does a lot of work, and I'm happy with it. There are those negatives that I mentioned earlier, including the unlatching of the front door, as well as some of the fit over here, where it moves a little bit. Of course, you're not going to be yanking at this. You're just going to be pressing on the button. But you know, if you're OCD about that, that could be a negative for you as well. What do you all think about this device? Would you get it for your Tesla Model 3 and Model Y? Do you already have it? What has your experience been? And just a general thought, anything that you want to let me know in the comment section below. This product comes from TL Yard, and I have a special discount code in the description below. If you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and we'll be back again soon with another Tesla accessory.